All right, so we have another update on our hands for PUBG, and this is 25.2. And the major takeaways from this update is that the Dragunov is finally launching onto the battlegrounds after a few adjustments, which we will cover later in this video. We have the temporary removal of tactical gear, which is happening, so that's being taken out of the game. We have a new progressive gun with a new system coming into the game, which might cost some more money for people that are interested in getting that, and then some small changes and reverts coming into the game as well. So we're going to go over that. I was able to play the test server for a few hours. It's just MIRAMAR on PC, FPP only. Not too much to test because we just have really the new gun coming to the game, some small changes here or there. We have our server information and map rotation. So right now, again, you can play this on the test server. It will be live next week. Let's get an official date for you guys. This will be live for PC players on September 6th, and then we're going to have to wait all the way until September 14th for console. Typical stuff. You guys should know that by now. 2-week kind of system there, 1-week delay for console. And then here, the start of the week. So when this launches, we're going to have Erangel, Miramar, Vikendi, Sanak, and Karakin in the rotation. I thought they kind of wanted to keep Miramar in, but I guess that's kind of over now because it is going to be missing from some of the rotations. But you guys can take a look at the rotations there. Seems like what it was before. So here is the return of the Dragunov, and hopefully I'll just be showing you guys some footage on the screen here from playing earlier today. So basically what you guys need to know is that this is a really strong DMR. It's basically going to be stronger than the SLR, but shoot slower. So think about, they're trying to make this as close as they can between a sniper rifle and a DMR. So very, very powerful. A lot of kickback, but slow rate of fire. And going to be a little bit harder to use at longer range because of that slower fire rate and also the just the kickback on that thing. And it's 7.62, so it doesn't shoot as well as far like a 5.56 gun. So the official stats here, single fire, obviously the standard damage is 60. And what happened here and drew a lot of feedback from players is that the previous version of the Dragunov had a crit chance, like some other games. What I always describe this as kind of like a magic game. Like when you play a lot of other games like World of Warcraft, some moves could do like crit damage, right? Say that the damage does 100, but if you crit, you end up doing 200 or 150, and that's randomized. So while that's in a lot of video games, in a realistic game like PUBG, kind of simulator game where everything's standard, it would be frustrating if there's two people firing with the same gun, the same Dragunov. Somebody, rolls the dice, gets lucky, and they win because they get that randomized extra damage. So a lot of people voiced their opinion on that, and PUBG reverted it. And PUBG's been doing a much better job of doing that as of late, if you've been following all this stuff. So if you're just happen to be watching this for some chance, you haven't played in a while, come check out PUBG. There's a lot of good stuff happening, and they're really listening to the community and responding as fast as they ever have in the past. So that's kind of the main information there. If you have an extended mag, it's 20. If it's the EQ, it goes down to 18. PUBG had updated the extended mag system a while ago. Stock attachment, it says a cheek pad. So I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so my bad. So this takes a muzzle, the magazine, and a cheek pad, and then a scope. So just 3 attachments. Again, muzzle, you could have a comp or a silencer, extended mag, cheek pad, and then a scope. You can attach up to a 15-time scope. And again here, so originally the damage was 58, but then could crit at 73. Now it's a 60 damage fixed system. Something that is a little confusing now is, well, let's just say this. The gun is an absolute beast. You one-shot headshot people with a level 1 helmet. So this thing is like having, it almost feels like you have a sniper rifle, but shooting, a lot like faster, I guess. It's like a souped up VSS. It's kind of hard to describe. I guess like a stronger SLR. I don't know. The fact that you can just kind of point and click, because I was playing on PC, and take, delete people or the bots that I was playing against because there's not a lot of humans, was really strong. At one point, there was something said, I forget if this was PUBG or a leak or who said this, but that you could one-shot a level 2 helmet as well, which to me would be insane if this is true, because that's what sniper rifles do. So this thing, within 100 meters. So someone had said within 100 meters, you can one-shot a level 2 helmet. However, it doesn't exactly mention this in the patch notes. And when I was on the test server, I saw some mixed results of that. Sometimes I killed people instantly, but sometimes I feel like I didn't. I could have been hitting their neck. I don't know. When I went into training mode and I shot a level 2 helmet, it said it did 84 damage. So to my understanding, and this was within 100 meters, is that it's not going to be a one-shot kill within 100 meters, level 2 helmet. But, if they've been damaged, it basically will be. But then I have to shout out Steve the Happy Whale, one of the community managers for PUBG, said that this could be an effect that's happening in the game and isn't applied in training mode. So more tests have to come out for this. I can't 100% say either which way. It felt like it wasn't one-shotting 2 helmets, but again, we can't know for certain. In any case, this gun is super, super, super strong. So I would prepare to use this on the battlegrounds because A, it's fun, but B, if you're going to want to compete with everyone else that's using it, you're going to want to get good with this thing because it's super, super strong. My prediction is that it's going to be really overpowered on console, reduced recoil. People don't shoot as fast on console. So I think it's going to be really, really powerful on there because people on PC can already kind of kill you pretty fast with a mini or an SLR because they're so accurate. But we'll see how it plays out. That's just my initial opinion. And that's kind of like the biggest part of the update. Tactical gear has temporarily been disabled. And actually, I didn't even read their comment on this, so let's read it together now. The dev comment is that the tactical gear will be temporarily removed as we received considerable feedback regarding them following the 24.1 update. That's when they changed the tactical gear to be, found on the ground and removed a weapon slot, and then now you start with it. We're undertaking a thorough review to ensure the tactical gear aligns better with our gameplay, focusing on acquisition methods and performance. Once we refine these elements, we'll plan to reintroduce the tactical gear to the game. So first thought everybody said in the chat was, what's up with Destin? You won't be able to use the drone to get the key cards, but key cards do spawn on the ground. So now there's going to be less crate weapons on Destin, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I will say that the tactical gear was okay. To me, it kind of became a mindless thing where I just wanted to take it and get it out of my inventory as quickly as possible. So I think they probably noticed that was a lot of people's approach. And on console, there was a lot of confusion on how to even use it. There was like a lot of button combinations that you had to do. So I imagine that their usage rates are probably a little strange if they're looking at the data and feedback from people. And I do think that everything in PUBG, whether you like it or not, a lot of this stuff does have a pretty good purpose, not everything, but PUBG does a pretty good job putting new stuff in and making it feel like part of the game and fun to use most of the time. They've had some issues and errors and missteps, of course, but tactical gear just seems a little weird. It's weird dropping into the game with that crate when the whole part of the game is you don't have anything, but then you start with a drone. So I like that they're reworking this. Who knows how it will come back, but I like that they're thinking about it and taking it out. And you know what? This is way better than PUBG in the past because they're thinking about things. And even if they're taking things in, putting things in and taking them out, they're making adjustments, which is good. Here we have some just cosmetic updates to Miramar. They're changing some of the things to make them less overpowered, like the sombrero here was super easy to peek over the edge. So now they've made it more of a ridge so you can't really get as good of a sight line. So just little small things there to make it a better design play, which is good. Let's skip over this because I just want to say, do we have this here? So PUBG actually took out, where is IBR? Here we go, Intense Battle Royale. So Intense Battle Royale is like the 5 to 10 minute version of PUBG. That was TPP. Then they made it FPP, and now they're making it TPP again. So there's going to be a lot of people that are frustrated by this because they keep switching it back and forth. You could definitely take this as a negative that PUBG's flipping things, but PUBG switching things allows them to test things out. And I am more of a fan of that method. So if it's frustrating for you, just think about it. They don't know until they test things out, and it allows them to collect data, and data is important because it gives you information and options. And that's what you need in life. So think about that. If you're frustrated, hopefully you're not. But PUBG definitely seems to be having some more issues with FPP and TPP. Wacky Jackie recently tweeted something about like, what would people think if they deleted FPP from the game? Would you still play? I wonder if PUBG is trying to collect more data on eventually making a decision like that. Maybe not now, maybe not next year, maybe not the following year, but maybe if PUBG is going to be around for a while, maybe they do eliminate a queue. I don't know. That's a conspiracy theory. If I had to guess, I don't think they're going to do it. So that's my opinion, but maybe they are thinking about, what they have to do to keep the game in the queues feeling good. But past that, we have a new Progressive Weapon skin. And this is the MK12. So what's cool about this is the Progressive skin is actually yellow, but a new feature here is that you can get this chroma as an additional purchase item in the hideout crate, which will probably cost a lot to get, or who knows how exactly you're gonna have to pay for it. It's not on the test server. You'll be able to change this gun and its cosmetics and the kill feed skin and all that stuff by attaching this. So by putting this on, the gun will change to purple, and then the kill box will change. The death box, if you have that, will change. You can see it here from the video, the trailer they posted, and then also the kill feed in the kill feed. The image that pops up, the animated kill feed, I guess you call it, will actually change colors as well. So this is kind of a cool thing. We were talking about it in the stream. So basically, PUBG knows that people want these exclusive guns. They're going to spend money for it. And this is another way to make your gun even more exclusive, because say, all of your friends get this gun, or 2 of your friends get the gun, but only one of you has the chroma, then it makes you feel like, you have the special purple edition of this gun. And I'm sure they're going to do this with the other guns. They might even backtrack some of the old guns. And this is definitely an additional money maker for PUBG, which is great for them to keep the game going and keep bringing us good new content and stuff like that. Obviously, this system is a little overpriced and has maybe a little too much gambling associated with it, which I totally agree with. But at the end of the day, you don't need this stuff to be successful in PUBG. It's all cosmetic. So just remember that when you're out there on the battlegrounds. And if you do have fun with these skins, make sure you guys use creator code Blitz5. It really helps me out a lot, supporting me for free. It's just something you can do in-game on PC, or using the link down in the description box below in the comments. It just takes a couple seconds to set up your Krafton account, and you really should have one for all the PUBG giveaways and stuff like that. That's how they kind of track you for doing the events and all that stuff. PUBG does so many things, so it's nice to have a Krafton account. Go in there, put in Blitz5. It's quick, free for you guys, and helps me out a lot when you guys make purchases in game. So I greatly appreciate that. And there you go. So they kind of had a comment about that, and then there's just bug fixes and stuff like that, which I'm going to skip for this video. So that's the update. The new gun coming in, the new progressive system coming into the game, what tactical gear being removed. So it's kind of a quiet update. And before you guys leave, if you haven't already, this is kind of a filler update, because the gun wasn't supposed to be in this one. It's supposed to be in the previous update before the alleged Dragunov remaster comes into the game. And then it looks like we're also going to be having a big KFC collaboration coming into the game. And then PUBG also mentioned that a new map, Neon, should be arriving by the end of this year. Maybe that will get pushed back, who knows? But this is going to be a really exciting end of the year for PUBG. MIRAMAR remaster, Dragunov remaster, new map coming in soon, new vehicles, brand collabs, new weapons. So much is coming into the game. Tactical gear rework. This is pretty incredible. So if we'll see what happens. This could be, a good start to 2024 for PUBG. We shall see. But as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.